Hello? 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 Can you hear me well? Hold on. Hold on. Let me just, so, about, today's stream. Yes, today's stream. So today is going to be a fairly relaxed stream today. So I will be, hello! Hello. Oh, right. So, today I'm going to be, working on working on the line art for this drawing. That's the, general gist of this, hold on. That's the general gist of this stream. The general gist of this stream. Hold on. It's, Hello? 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 Oh, okay. We got it working. We got it working. Cool, 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 cool. So. All right. We got this. We got the sound back. We got the sound back. We got the sound back. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. So the technical difficulties are over with, hopefully. So you can all hear me now. Now let's get back to drawing. Cool. Glad we got that all fixed. Yay, yay, yay. Yay, 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 yay. So, as I was saying before I realized I was being silenced, so when I find that the using a high stability brush helps me a lot with doing my lines because I feel like it just makes drawing smoother lines a lot easier, like so. So like it slows down my brush stroke a lot. It slows down my brush stroke a lot because it makes it just makes it easier for me to predict what I'm about to draw, which is really nice. Although the downside of medibang specifically when it comes to drawing lines, even though I like the quality, is that the further I get away from like drawing in the center, like the mirroring ruler, the less easy it becomes to the less easy it gets to draw. For some reason it just kind of lags. So that's why generally when I want to do more complicated mirror pieces, I tend to switch to Clip Studio. But, medibang is still a really good program to use if you're tight on a budget and you want to get into digital art. Like, it's one of my favorite, it's still a tool I use very frequently for line art. In fact, I've been using it for like for a big piece of artwork I was working on, working on recently. So I highly recommend it. It's quite versatile, and it's basically like, Clip Studio for those who really can't afford Clip Studio. So I really like it a lot. I really like it a lot. And so yeah. Alphys and Undine, they're part of the reason I keep on redrawing this piece a lot is because it's kind of like a milestone painting for me. So you might have seen some artists like online, like on Twitter and stuff, redraw their a key piece of art every year to see how much they've improved in certain things. And like, while for some people this might be like a character they have or a or a piece of fan art that they do, for me, it's this particular piece. And the reason why it's this particular piece is I think this is one of my most successful pieces of all time. I made the first version back when I was starting out in the Undertale fandom. And it's still a very near and dear piece to me, but I can, it got a lot of attention at the time, and so I thought, well, how about I remake it? And the remake was also popular, and also the remake of the remake. So I thought, you know what? I'm gonna give this since I haven't remade this piece in a while, I thought, you know what? I might just remake this again. I might just, see how my style from 2020 translates onto a piece I did when I was about 16, 17, that sort of thing. So I thought that would be pretty interesting as a I thought they'd be pretty interesting to do, to see how far my work has come in all those years. For reference, I'm now 22. So, I'm 20. I'm 22 in human years. In cactus years, in cactus fairy years, I'd rather leave that kind of to your imagination. So yeah, as you can see, there's a bit of lag here. There's a bit of lag, and I think that's just because of a medibang thing. I think that's just a medibang thing. So I'm not going to be working on Undine and Alphys' line work for much longer. That sort of thing. yeah. And, right. So I feel like Alfie's glasses are a bit too big, so I'm gonna go and tweak them a bit, like just like that. Yeah. And likewise, I don't think Undine has enough of a neck here, so I'm gonna tweak her. I'm gonna tweak her neck like so, and I'm gonna just turn it into an eraser, like yeah, like this. And I'm gonna well, I think what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna switch over to my other pen and start, coloring in the details so there'll be less lag. Yeah. Let's see, which piece? Yeah, this one should be good. This one should be good. So recently I got the song Hajimete no Tsu in my head. I was looking around on some VTuber clips, and I came upon Suzuhara Lulu's cover of Hajimete no Tsu. And it was really cute. I love the way she sings so softly and sweetly. It's hard to believe she may actually be an elder char. But in all seriousness, her voice is really cute. She sings really softly and sweetly, and I just think her to be honest, even though there are more popular covers than hers, like Luna Hinamori's and stuff, I think Lulu's, even though it's not exactly accurate to the spirit of the original song, it's still I like her cover the best because it's just so sweet and cute. I love the way she sings her little tunes. It's really sweet. I love it. Um, and yeah, I think she's just a really interesting concept for a VTuber. I think her design is super cool. And I love, I love how like kind of quietly unsettling she is. I think she's just a really good concept for a virtual YouTuber in general. And so I just really enjoy watching her streams. I think she's really cool. Yeah. Um, and so trying to erase this stuff because this stuff is overlapping. And speaking of covers, by the way, I've noticed a lot of people have been covering the Canaria song "King." I think it's a really cool song, and I really like the fact that the original songwriter allowed people to just go ham with the instrumental. I think that's what contributed to its mimeticness as a song for VTubers to cover. And let's face it, it is a pretty awesome song in general. I wonder if I should cover it. I don't know if my voice is like super suited for songs like King, but I've always been wanting to try and sing like a lot of J-pop songs and the like. So I do want to give it a shot eventually. I think that would be pretty cool. Yeah. So yeah, as you can see here, I'm kind of erasing. Oh, that's not meant to be. Oops. I'm just kind of erasing the lines here just so that, I can create a sense of overlap between, say, Undine's fins and her arms and stuff, just to create that sense of like layering, that sense of distance. So that's what I'm doing right now. Yeah. Do do do. Yep. In other news, so this week was a kind of a Christmas week too. So like everyone was celebrating. Well, not Christmas. But it was Christmas for everyone who like celebrates Christmas and stuff. And since I do celebrate Christmas, all things considered, knowing all the things that were going outside, it was quite a nice Christmas. My
my twin, my aunt and I, we all like stayed inside and we had Chinese food and we just opened presents and we played a game of Rummy Cube with one another. My sister won in the end. Usually I'm the best of the three at Rummy Cube, but you know, I keep on being best. That time, something must have happened, because Anna beat me, and she usually does, and she usually doesn't. So it's it was really strange, but the game was still really fun. You know, Rummy Cube is a really fun game. Like, it's quite underrated. I really like it. Yeah. Oh, hi there, Mado. Hi. Nice to see you at my stream. It's really cool. Thank you for coming. Um, yeah, so that was a really fun time. I had a lot of fun doing that. Yeah. Uh and then afterwards I think we saw a film. We saw a really good documentary and stuff. And you know, on rewatch, I mean, there's a rewatch, I'm not sure if I could call it my favorite documentary ever, but I still really liked it. And you know, the main reason I rewatched it at all was to show it to my twin and stuff, because you know, I thought it was a documentary on science, and like a science documentary, and so I thought, you know, I thought she'd really appreciate it since she's going into the sciences and stuff. So she ended up really enjoying it, and we had a lot of really fruitful discussion. Oh, your parents are really, um, your parents are really extra about Rummikub, huh, Mato? Is that the case? Yeah, my family tends to be pretty extra about it too. Like whenever we have a game of Rummikub, I always get challenged to it by my oops, wrong brush. I always get challenged to it by like my aunts and my grandmother and stuff, and are like, one more game, one more game, one more game, best of three, best of five, that sort of thing. Because like it gets people like super competitive. I don't know what's in that game, what what about the game makes people do that, but you know, it really does bring out the competitiveness in people, which, you know, is kind of it's really something. Yeah, Rummy Cube isn't really a game for everyone. Like my twin isn't as big of a fan of it as I am, and you know, and I'm pretty sure my little brothers aren't super big on it either. So yeah, that's so I guess it's really more of an activity I play with a lot of the older folks in my family, like my aunts and my grandmother and stuff. So yeah, it's kind of just more something I do to bond with them, and yeah, it's fun. Yeah, it's too much luck and not enough strategy. Yeah, I do feel like that there's quite a big luck factor in it. I'm not gonna lie, because you know, in Rummy Cube, a big part of it is just a big part of it is just like what tiles you draw and how well you can play them. And while, you know, while there is a strategic element to it, you know, I feel like a good part of whether you win or not depends on like what tiles you draw. And if you don't draw the right tile at the right time, then, you know, you're basically screwed. So, so yeah, I can definitely understand why people, yeah. How long does an average game of Rummy Cube take? Well, in my personal experience, it can take anywhere from like a couple of minutes, like if the cards drop right, to like to about half an hour. With the really long games can last about half an hour, and that's where like people are like constant tile stalemates. They keep on having to like, you know, draw tiles from the bag and stuff, and no one's getting the numbers they want, so nothing's really happening on the board. And those games tend to be the most insufferable. So yeah, the game, I feel like each round kind of varies depending on like what tiles people draw and also how many people are playing too. Yeah. Sounds just like Mario Party. Yeah, it is pretty much like a it's like a analog Mario Party, in all honesty. Actually, speaking of Mario Party, I have quite fond memories of the game. I only really ever played Mario Party Advance, but like I have a lot of fond memories of that particular game. The sprite work was really nice, and I enjoyed a lot of the the mini games. Like they were just really engrossing. And I think what I also really liked about the game too was how I really liked a lot of the mini gadgets that you could get throughout the game because they were just like fun little tools you could play with. And you know, they were kind of like they didn't really do anything gameplay wise, but like but I still really enjoyed them. Like there's this one really cute like, you know, virtual pet Poochie, for instance, that you could have, and you could just and you could just like raise him and stuff, and it was just really cute. Um yeah, I also like the quest system in Mario Party Advance too. I don't know if the other Mario parties did that, but the quest system, like going across the board to help like various characters on the board with, you know, doing fetch quests or whatever. You know, or like to do like specific boss mini games that they did. That was I guess like 10-year-old me, kid me had a lot of fun playing that. Yeah. Apart from that game though, the only party games I've really played are like, you know, kind of knockoffs of Mario Party or like Jackbox. I feel like Jackbox, out of all the party games I played, Jackbox has the best party game experience. Though I think it kind of varies from party pack to party pack. Like I strongly feel like Party Pack 7 is the best party pack. Um because it has the most consistent quality of games. Whereas, like in every other party pack, even though there might be some like really good games, like say TKO and stuff, there are bound to be a couple of duds as well. So, like in Party Pack 7, which I have, all of the games are really good. But I think my special favorite, my big favorite, is well, actually, I don't have like my special favorites in Party Pack 7. I just like all the games, but I think my a lot of my big favorites are like Role Models, which was a Party Pack 6 game. Just because it's like it's less competitive and it's more like out of your friends, which one are you, but kind of gamified. And I quite, you know, and I don't feel as competitive in that game because it's less about scoring, you know, in the game. It's less about getting the best amount of points as possible, and more about just like assigning traits based on like I don't know, arbitrary choices, like I don't know, Disney princesses uh or horror movie tropes, stuff like that. And I just find like all the funny suggestions really I find all the suggestions really funny. Let's see. How do I see, can I flip this? Deselect. Hold on. Let's see. Nope. Hold on. Hold on. That's not it. Wait. No, that is it. That is my bad. So that's flipped. And then I'm gonna move that over here. There we go. Easy peasy. So Undyne's looking pretty good now. I think her shoulder's a bit awkward, but hold on. We should play some Jackbox games in the future. Oh yeah, absolutely, Mata. I definitely would like to host a Jackbox game sometimes this holiday. Sounds really they're really fun. Although like I have to confess, the internet over here where I'm currently at isn't the best, so some of the games may be harder to play than others. I'm looking specifically at you, Champed Up. That game that game just eats away at like my CPU, and it makes my computer heat up. I can hear the fan whirring like crazy whenever I boot up that game. So yeah. The only dud, you think, Jay, you think Champed Up is a dud? You think Champed Up is a dud? I'm surprised. I thought a lot of people liked that game. some people considered it better than like TKO because like it was less about it was less about how good you were as an artist and more how well you could kind of fit the theme. I would love to do a Jackbox stream someday, though. I think that would be I think that would be really cool. Like I could just invite some of my friends over and we could just stream some of the funny shit we get up to, like in Quiplash. Quiplash I think is one that's rife for like doing funny stuff. And I also really like I'm gonna be honest, my least favorite game in Seven, if we want to talk like about what we personally feel are duds, I think Talking Points is the biggest dud for me. Just because like it for me personally, you know, I don't know about you, I feel like it just drags on for way too long. Oh, when am I coming back to my school apartment or something like that, by the way? I'm gonna be coming back to there on at the beginning of February because that's when school starts for me. School starts for me again. So that'll be when that'll be when I return there. Yeah. Um, I actually quite like the Devils in the Details in Party Pack. I feel like it's a kind of game that, you know, the enjoyment you have in that game highly depends on who you play with. So it's like a very situational game. So, like if I play it with like say my games club where the people I'm with are like, you know, I'm friendly with, but I'm not also not like super familiar with them, um, then then I think that the Devils in the Details can be kind of duddy. But if you're playing it with like family or playing it with like, well, not family, but if you're playing it with people you like say your friends or something like that, then then it can be really enjoyable. It's a good teamwork game, I think. I personally, yeah, I mean, I personally do think TKO is better than Jade. I do definitely think that TKO is better than Champed Up too. But I'm just speaking from like the perspective of like a lot of people who you know don't exactly have like drawing skills, and TKO kind of relies on more a mixture of luck and like just having good drawing skills to really succeed. Or like really bad drawing skills because sometimes like shit posty t-shirts can win rounds. But yeah, TKO I but whereas Champed Up is more about like, you know, just playing your cards right and creating a champion, like a drawn champion that just fits the theme. And so like if even if you aren't a great artist, you still have a chance of dominating the round. And I just know I just know from experience that like I don't think I've ever won a round of Champed Up. Like usually in the groups I'm in, I'm one of the people only people who can draw to some degree. And even then, I usually find myself losing Champed Up just because my drawing doesn't fit the theme well enough or something like that. And then, yeah, with Talking Points too. Yeah, I also agree that Talking Points is another game where, like, you know, it heavily depends on who you're playing with too. But, you know, just for me personally, again, I just feel like it kind of drags for a really long time. It feels like a very slow game, and I prefer kind of more fast-paced games along the lines of Quiplash or role models or god Trivia Murder Party. I actually really love Trivia Murder Party. I wouldn't consider myself the best at it, but I just think the way it's stylized is really good. I think it's a really fun game, and the questions that come up too, you know, they're kind of surprising and all over the place, which I like. Oh, hi there, V. Hi, nice to see you. Thanks for coming along to my stream. I really appreciate it. Um, so yeah. In terms of other Jackbox game opinions, though, hmm, I guess one game that I think is kind of underrated is Blather Round. I really like that game. I don't know what other people think of it, but I personally just think it's like really nice for like a small group of friends, and it's just really it's just a really relaxing kind of charades. Like, although, like, if you know, it can be kind of frustrating at times. Like a couple of days ago, I played Blather Around with my family, and you know, kind of boomer technology of my parents not really understanding how to maneuver their iPhones in the games. It's just kind of frustrating to kind of have them, you know, just not guess my like to make, you know, just guessing their answers really difficult. It was kind of frustrating to see, I suppose. Um, oh yeah, with Trivia Murder Party, I actually think it depends on the Trivia Murder Party you're playing, because and I swear there was an option in the menus too to make like the trivia not America centric, or at least I think that was the case for Trivia Murder Party 2, which I prefer over 1. Because I remember there was a don't make this game not America centric, and I remember with Trivia Murder Party 1 there were quite a few questions that talked about a lot of English pop culture. So I feel like my experience of Trivia Murder Party might have been a little bit different than yours, Mato. Yeah. Um, Other Jackbox games. Oh, Madverse City is quite fun. If you get the right number of people, you can come up with some pretty funny rhymes on the spot. Back in the summer when my twin played that game quite a bit, and I played that game quite a bit, she come up with like some really, really good some really good raps. Like I can't remember what they were exactly, but she could like come up with some with some really good rhymes and the like. And I just had to kind of correct her rhythm though, just to make it sound more effective, that sort of thing, when we worked as a team together. Yeah. So that was cool. I also think Dictionarium is quite a good game too. Like, it's a very short one, which, you know, I think a lot of people would appreciate if they're kind of running on low on time. But Dictionarium is just really fun to come up with like a weird made up words. And, you know, it's a game. It's just a really fun game. I like personally the slang words more, whereas my twin is more of a she's more of a how do I put it? She's more of the kind of fancy word definition person. She's really good at Dictionarium. It's really good. Um, Let me think. What other games? Oh, Split the Room. Split the Room is quite fun. I have a lot of fun with Split the Room. I like the kind of Twilight Zone theme it has too. That's really fun. And also how the protagonist is a cat too. That's really cute. I like that a lot. Cats are great. Um, what else? I feel like, you know, the earlier party packs are fairly weak, because like the only game I could actually recommend for me, think like Jackbox Party Pack 2 or something like that is Drawful. Drawful is the only game I think that holds up, and even then, you know, it has kind of stuff that makes it really show its age compared to the later Jackbox games. It's still pretty fun to play though, like to just, you know, be kind of limited with the tools you have to draw, and so people have to kind of guess whatever abomination you've been assigned to draw. That sort of thing. Oh, Patently Stupid, the one where you pitch business ideas. Yes, Patently Stupid is another one of my favorites. It's just like, you know, I like a lot of the concept of it, and I just think, you know, even though it can kind of drag on sometimes, it's overall a really good game. I like Patently Stupid a lot. Some of the ideas people can come up with are, you know, pretty insane. I'm not gonna lie. Um, Let me think. Let me think. Hmm. Hmm. What was another game? Oh, Push the Button. Push the Button was kind of like Among Us before Among Us became popular. I'm aware that Among Us was made before Push the Button, but Push the button, I kind of have a mixed record with, because it feels like Among Us, but with more kind of like a more based on like data and research rather than just kind of like running around the airship and figuring out like who's the imposter, who's the alien, and who isn't. Yeah. Oh yeah, Survive the Internet is quite good too. It's not my absolute favorite game in the entire Jackbox Party Pack, but I think it's still quite good. And sometimes taking things out of context in the game, like making people look really bad on the internet is on Survive the Internet is quite funny. Yeah. I it's a good game to play with friends. I like that game a lot too. Um, what other ones? What other ones am I thinking of? Hmm. Uh, hmm. Hmm. Oh my God! Did my drawing short out or something? Hold on. Is let me see. Did record all? Oh dear. It seems like a reflector kind of cut out. Let me just mirror this again. So in the meantime, let me think of some other Jackbox games I enjoy playing. I think Quiplash is in general is just a really solid series. I mean, I mentioned it a bit before, but it's a it's just a really solid game overall. Where like you can where people it's basically just Cards Against Humanity but better. That's really what Quiplash is. So it's just uh, uh it's just a really solid series because it's how do I put it? How do I put it? I mean, I don't know if I said this before, but it's basically just Cards Against Humanity, but better because you get to fill out the prompts and like what people could generally come up with tend to be better than I think a lot of what people see on Cards Against Humanity. That sort of thing. Because Cards Against Humanity just kind of relies a lot on shock value and stuff, and so while it can kind of get a few kind of embarrassed or kind of side eye chuckles from you the first few times you play, after a while you kind of just know what cards to play for, maximum points or maximum wins and stuff. And so it kind of just loses its luster. And that's not kind of mentioning how Cards Against the people at Cards Against Humanity just kind of treated their staff. Not exactly, you know, not exactly a super great look, if you ask me. So, hmm. And then, how do I do this? Uh, yeah, I mentioned Champ Tech before. I personally think it's a good game overall, but my personal feelings are that it runs a lot on CPU and so can tire out computers really really easily, which is kind of frustrating. I notice my computer like overheating like crazy whenever I do Champed Up related stuff. But um but it also like the internet connection needs to be stable across all phones for it to work. So if you don't have that, it could be kind of a chore to wait for everyone's kind of champions to load and stuff. And that's the big issue, I think. Um people are people are having, with myself included. So Champ Top is kind of one of those games where I think it's objectively a good game, but I feel like it's just not super well optimized. I feel like it could be better optimized than it currently is. So that's just sadly my hot take on Tamp Top, I'm afraid. Don't think I like it, but it has a lot of kind of very visible issues. Yeah. Um, all right. Let's get Brody's legs done. And then I'm gonna kind of fix the line art by doing, some width stuff of it, because currently it looks kind of uniform and a bit blocky, which is kind of an effect I want to avoid nowadays of my line work. See, um, yeah. Oh, oh my God. Oh God. Jade, why are you jumping on my dirt house bed? Why are you invading dirt house? That's not fair to me. That's not fair to me. Don't do that. Dirt house is made with love and affection. I feel like that's just unfair. Just why don't you just jump on Anna's bed instead? Go on and do that instead. Oh my God. Hot take. Get it? Because of overheating. Oh my God. I need to lie down after that pun. That was so bad. Oh my God. Ugh. 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 Can't Minecraft properly. What do you mean I can't Minecraft properly? I made Dirt House with love. I made Dirt House with love. What do you mean I can't Minecraft properly? I think Dirt House is a testament to the true creativity of Minecraft. The true, love and power that Minecraft brings. I feel like it just kind of it just carries over like the love that it carries over like the whole ethos of Minecraft, which is that, you can craft anything out of anything. So to say that I suck at Minecraft because I decided to create a house out of dirt is disrespectful to the ethos of Minecraft. You better watch your step, or I'm gonna destroy something you will make in Minecraft. Watch me. I will get into the server as soon as I can, and I will destroy whatever you have planned next. Sorry. This is how it has to be. I'm basic? I'm basic? I'll show you basic. What about my 256 block tall tower? That tower. That is now a beacon of the Minecraft server I currently am in. What about that tower, huh? It's a guide for everyone who gets lost, so they can find their way back home. You call that amateurish? It's minimalist, eco-brutalist architecture. Exactly, V. You get it. You get it. That's the spirit I am trying to capture with my dirt house. You just don't understand art, Jade. Joke's on you. Dirt is the supreme building material. Finally, people get this. Finally, people get it. You understand. It is plentiful. It is cheap to get. Dirt is everywhere. You can't find diamonds everywhere. Don't be a tacky ass and make your house out of diamonds or sandstone or whatever. Be cool like me. Join the eco-brutalist movement. Make dirt houses. As in, it's an insult? Oh, just like the Dublin Spire. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. As in, it's an insult to nature? No! No, no, it's beautiful. I'll show you screenshots. I'll send you screenshots on my Twitter. Once I'm done with this stream and, and I get on Twitter tomorrow, I will show you. I will show you how beautiful Dirt House is. You will understand then what I mean by the beauty of dirt. You'll understand then how much eco-brutalism actually matters, how it is a revolutionary new architectural form. You'll understand then. All right, now to draw Undyne's leggies. Do 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 do. Well, that's not good. Her legs look like they're floating now. Gotta fix that. Through the power of the wandering trader, any thing is removed. Dirt is not a renewable resource in Minecraft? I didn't know that. Oh my god. Oh my. Oh boy. Oh boy. Does that mean that... No, making Dirt House was not a mistake. No. I was right in making Dirt House. I am a genius for making Dirt House. People will look at my architecture a million years on, made out of dirt in Minecraft, and they will think, wow, Mado is a genius. She was right to make things out of dirt. She was a visionary. Oh, is the footage stuck again? Oh, god damn it. Let me fix that. Hold on. I wonder why it keeps on timing out like that. I need to go investigate that issue. So in the meantime, I'm gonna go and mirror my screen again. Hold on. All right. Hopefully this works this time. So for the next drawing stream, hopefully this issue will be resolved, because this is actually my first time using this software to mirror my iPad with my computer, my stream footage. So I'm going to need to just investigate it a little bit further, because this is one of the few things that really worked for me, like in terms of streaming and making the stream look good, basically, I guess. Huh? Yeah. So this is the line art for now, and now I've got to make the line art look halfway decent, because currently it's all at the same line width, so I gotta fix that. My buildings established pre-established harmony of Minecraft. You're right. They will exist out of Minecraft. They will surpass Minecraft and become become establishments for the future. They will become very important monikers for the future. I hope you're listening. I hope you're listening, everyone. When I post pictures of Dirt House tomorrow, you'll all appreciate it. You'll say, this is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in Minecraft. And if you disagree, I'll not like you. That is how things go. That is how Mado do. You will like my Dirt House. You will appreciate it. You will appreciate my architecture. I'm really glad you like my Undyne, Bee. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I still really love drawing her. It's been quite a while since, I drew her back in September for Undertale's 5th anniversary. But it's been a while since I've like drawn her properly in another picture. And so just redrawing her feels really nice. It feels like coming home. Sort of like the feeling you get when you have like a comforting meal after a long while of not having it, like a good mac and cheese or a grilled cheese sandwich. Yeah, a lot of cheese because I love cheese is the best. But yeah, just drawing a character you haven't drawn in a while. Um, it feels nice. It feels like coming home. And since I don't draw Edelgard and Byleth and stuff quite as much as I used to back when I was more active in the Three Houses fandom, I wonder if there'll be a point, like a bit later on in my drawing career or in my life, where I, go back to drawing them in the style I have then. And I'll be like, it's nice to come back to them. It's nice to remember them because, they're important to me. They're important to me this year and for part of last year too, frankly. Because yeah, art is just a continuous, yeah, Astria. Art is just really a continuous learning project, a learning process. Sorry. Um, One thing I've noticed with just the way I draw and just the way, just with like drawing and stuff like that, is that for every drawing I do, I kind of learn a new thing, whether it's like a new technique or, I get comfortable with something that or I get more comfortable with something that I wasn't as comfortable with before, like say backgrounds or perspective, stuff like that. But art is just kind of like I I think my art is far from perfect. There's a lot of things that I want to improve on, and there's a lot of people who are younger than me who are producing a lot better artwork than I am. Yeah. And so I sometimes I do feel kind of weirded out about my own artwork. Like like I've still got a long way to go. I don't know this much about this kind of subsurface scattering, or or about this sort of perspective, or enough about the hand bones or the backbones or stuff like that. And so it kind of at times I kind of I feel like, am I doing something wrong? Am I falling behind my peers? Because I want to do art and stuff for a living. I want to make a living off of telling stories and, people getting invested in said stories. But I'm just kind of, I'm just kind of worried that that may not ever happen because my art is just not, good enough. But I suppose the most I can do is just, the most I can just do is keep on trying, really. Just keep on drawing and see where it takes me. I guess I need to do more active studying too. I've never been the best at like doing active life drawing and stuff like that. Um, so I think I need to get back onto that if I want my art to feel more kind of solid and informed, which is not a quality I really do want to have in my work, but I don't feel like I've achieved yet. Like, see here with Alphys's hand, it feels a bit kind of flat. So, I mean, I'm making it more solid now because I noticed there's a mistake, but I just don't feel like, I'm at a point here where my art feels like super solid or anything. Like, it's stuff, I know a lot of people like to say it's unique, and I'm happy that a lot of people, you know, a lot of people like it, but at the same time, I feel like I've got a long way to go with my art as well. Yeah, and Mado, you brought up another good point too. Uni is another reason why I don't feel a bit more less likely to draw than usual, because I go to I do go to art school as well as like a liberal art school. I go to technically two universities at once. And it's a lot because I feel like I have to I get burned out doing a lot of these projects for school and project for zines and projects for games and that sort of thing and competitions. And so it's just like feels like work is being piled on top of me one by one. Yeah. And so yeah. That's that's why I don't feel like I can have the energy to draw as much as I used to, because I got to prioritize my time for other things too. Like drawing isn't my only creative pursuit. I also game dev, I write, and now I stream. Now I stream too. So yeah, because I have a lot more creative outlets as usual, I can't really put all my metaphorical art skill points into the art basket. Yeah, that's kind of uh that's kind of what it is. Sometimes I wish I could go from like the observer's perspective and just be like, oh, yay, more art without and just appreciate art for existing or just appreciate art for just being there, as opposed to just constantly being critical of myself for how I draw and, what I draw, like what I draw and how I draw it or how I don't draw it. Yeah. I wish I could just enjoy the process more. And I mean, I am right now. Like, I think doing line art while streaming and just talking to you guys is really fun. Yeah. And yeah, V, you're absolutely correct in that regard. I definitely feel like that an artist, with a few very rare exceptions, generally speaking, a creative is their harshest critic. Because I think because you know your work the most intimately, and so you know what kind of effort you are or aren't putting into are or aren't putting into a piece. And so like when you see someone who you perceive as better than you doing better and stuff, you can feel kind of discouraged and you feel like criticizing yourself more. That sort of thing. So, sometimes when I do feel very critical of myself, I try to remind myself what I have achieved with my art, like the games I've made or competitions I've entered and the achievements I've made too, that sort of thing. And, what I have been capable of doing. Like the fact, I don't know, like there's some artists that I am honestly quite jealous of because of their skill, especially at their relative age and stuff. Like they're on Instagram, there's some really talented like 17-year-olds who are already making it big in the illustration world and who have like really fantastic character designs and illustration designs. But one thing I say to myself to kind of comfort to kind of remind myself is that, I'm learning a lot of stuff. Well, is that, I guess they haven't really told a story yet, whereas I've kind of gone out and I've gone and told a story. And this isn't to like be boasting or anything like that. This is just more like a reminder to myself that, they've done stuff that I haven't, and so they should feel proud of that. And I've done stuff that they haven't, and I should feel proud of that. So I feel like we're just kind of growing at our own pace as artists, that sort of thing. We're just kind of focusing on different things. And I feel like, just looking at my work right now, one thing I do want to improve on is anatomy and stuff, and making my work feel more unique or stand out more, making it more kind of portfolio ready, more portfolio viable. Because I'm going to be heading out of university in about a year and a bit. Like I'm going to be graduating because I'm in a 5-year dual degree program. And so after that, it's really me against the big wide world, and it's going to be very scary and very intimidating. So I need to create a very strong portfolio of something. Yeah. Oh, I feel the same way about singing too. Yeah. Like when I listen to myself sing or speak or voice act and stuff, I get that kind of weird secondhand embarrassment feeling. So I often have to call upon my sister to listen to me and be kind of like a more objective observer of how I sound and stuff. So I have to get her advice on stuff. And because I really cannot trust myself to judge my own singing or recordings of my own singing, if that makes sense. Yeah. So now it's to outline Undine's pens right here. Also, yeah, regarding your earlier comment about hyperfixations, Mado, Yeah, I agree. I feel like, there's been a lot less Alpine art because a lot of people have moved on from their Undertale hyperfixation. I have too, and onto other hyperfixations like Fate and Fire Emblem and stuff. So yeah, that's definitely I think why, there's a lot less Alphine art than usual. Though what I am surprised to see is that a lot of the Japanese Alphine artists that I still follow from like back in the Undertale fandom, they still produce a lot of Alphine work, which is a pretty shocking. Pretty shocking in a good way. I'm pretty honored. I'm pretty amazed that they managed to keep such a quality and consistency of work. Such a consistent quality of work in the Undertale fandom. Let me just let's see. How does this look? Right, I'm gonna need to fix Freddy's line art here. Let me see. Let me fix Caddy's toe here. Hold on. Put some paws here. Oh, great. I think the thing has frozen up again. Hold on. Let me just connect this one more time. I really am gonna need to fix this for the next stream. In the meantime, mm, screen. I'm trying to improve in illustrating and storytelling. Yeah, I feel like the approach I'm taking with my art at this point is that while I am trying to improve in like visual stuff, I'm also trying to widen my palette and try and be good at a lot of different things. Like, trying to upkeep my singing. I'm trying to, write in I'm trying to write in write for myself, like, just I'm trying to write more. I'm trying to do more with game development, like challenge myself for every new game I make. So yeah, I'm trying to take the whole more jack of all trades approach rather than the, mastering one thing at an early age. Because I feel like it would just make me more adaptable in situations, I think. Which would be really good. Yeah. Let me see if I can fix Caddy's thing here. I'll add some lines here to Alfie's sweatshirt. Shoot. Where is the reflector 3 thing? That's not good. MacBook Pro. Yeah, the screen is frozen again. I'm trying to fix that right now. Hold on. Let's go again. Oop. I'm gonna need to figure out why it does that. I think it like times out after a certain amount of time. I'm not sure. Or maybe it's just very sensitive to internet disconnections. This is kind of like my first time properly using, again, this is my first time properly using this software. So I'm gonna need to investigate that for our next, before we have our next drawing stream, so that it goes a lot more smoothly. Yeah. Yeah. So there's that. There's Alphys' sweater here. I'm gonna put some stars on here because she is Mew Mew Kissy Cutie. Oh, Kari's still making good stuff. That makes me really happy to hear. I haven't heard from them in like ages. I haven't heard from them. Oh God. I haven't heard from them in ages. So it makes me happy to hear that they're doing well. Are they doing okay, Mata? Also, yeah, the Super Eye Patch Wolf video on the Undertale fandom was really surreal. Really surreal to see because I had personally been through a lot of the stuff that was shown on there, like the Fellswap stuff. I was like physically there during its inception, and I knew a lot of the people who were behind it. Like I knew one of my favorite Alphine artists of all time, Kophang, was behind Swapfell, and her designs were really good, particularly like Swapfell. I mean, their designs uh Swapfell Undyne were really good. I love the mad scientist vibes that she had. They were super good. Um, but yeah, it was like, I do miss the early days of the Undertale fandom too. That was a really lovely time. Why does Streamlabs keep on that? Hold on. Um. Hmm. Hmm. Come on, connect. All right. All right. Let's go. Let's go. So yeah, I'm coming back to what I was saying. I miss those days a lot. I miss those days a lot too. They were a really great time. I think the early Undertale fandom was legitimately one of the best fandom experiences I ever had. Everyone was just really welcoming and nice, and we were all just really excited over this new game that we couldn't really spoil anyone about. So we all made like Undertale spoiler accounts, and but yeah, that was really that was a really something. It really was. Um, I think, just Alphine was a really big ship for me. It was a really big part of my fandom experience. The term Renaissance woman comes to mind. Yeah, yeah, I suppose it does. Why did uh, um hold on, let me just check the preferences for this. Shift line do connection. Flight security. Connection. Full screen shift automatically. Recording network. Next. All right. Let me see where I am at right now. So let me. This is been kind of a kind of a weirdly glitchy stream. I have no idea why my reflector has been behaving like this. So what I'm gonna try and do is I'm gonna show you the I think I'm just about done with the line work now. It's really only going to be kind of really small technical details here from here, so like some very small stuff, and on my own I'm going to get onto the flats and sheeting for this piece. So yeah, that was that's the drawing stream. That's this is the line art so far, which I think is oh wait, maybe I'll just add this one more thing to Braddy's poncho, and let me just add something here. Yeah, and now we really are done now. So this is the line art for the drawing. And thank you all for attending my stream. This is really fun. I'm gonna go and investigate and see what's up with reflector reflector 3 and why it keeps on disconnecting from my computer when I try mirroring it and stuff. So yeah, so thank you for attending. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.